There are various reasons we want to confront a narcissistic person, from just letting them know that we know the truth, or to just wanting open and honest communication, to wanting to help them in some way. There's lots of different reasons why people might confront a narcissistic person, and confronting a narcissist never goes the way many people plan. As when you confront a narcissistic person, they believe you've betrayed them, they believe you've attacked them in some way. You're looking for open communication and honesty and answers. A narcissist is looking for exploitation and to get away with their behaviour. They don't want to give you those answers. The answers lie within their behaviour and the traits of their personality, such as things like a lack of empathy, sense of entitlement, exploitative behaviour, continued betrayals of trust, no loyalty, no respect towards you. Narcissistic people aren't looking for communication, they're looking to get away with their behaviour. So when you confront a narcissist, one of the first tactics they might use is baiting. They're going to bait you into that argument, or claiming that they don't want to argue with you. They're going to look to provoke you and frustrate you in some way to gain that negative reaction from you. And once they've gained that negative reaction from you, they're going to stand back, act all calm and act all shocked and say, wow, what's wrong with you? Have you had a bad day? I think you're going a little bit crazy. Just to wind you up even more. And when somebody brings out the worst in you over a simple conversation, you do not want to be around that person. They bait you so that they can look to blame you. Another way a narcissist gets away with their behaviour and avoids confrontation is by shifting all the blame over to you. If you hadn't, they wouldn't. If they hadn't, I wouldn't. So if a narcissistic person cheats on you and you find out and go and confront them about this, they're going to claim, if you'd have paid me more attention, or that the other person was obsessed with them and just wouldn't leave them alone. They're always the victim in the story, or the hero. They look to divide and conquer, to triangulate, to play people off against each other, so people are isolated from external validation and support. They might offer those insincere apologies to look like they're remorseful when they're just looking to avoid consequences. So it's those, I'm sorry if you hadn't, I'm sorry but, in order to get away with their behaviour. They might begin to future fake with you to try and skirt over and not discuss the issue at hand, and promise to do something that you always wanted to do with them in the future to get their needs met in the present. And then they're going to go all out to gaslight you. And when you go to confront them about this later down the line and say, hey, you said we'd do this, they're going to claim, I never said that. A narcissist has a great ability of remembering things that never actually happened or were never actually said, and forgetting things that did happen and were said. So if you go and confront them, they're going to go all out to gaslight you, to confuse you, so that you're left full of self-doubt and confusion. They might try to project onto you. So narcissistic people are some of the most envious people you could ever meet, often believing people are envious of them because they go all out to create that envy within others. So they will provoke feelings of jealousy within you by either giving one of your siblings more attention than you, more time, more everything, purposely to provoke jealousy. And then when you go to speak to them about this, they'll gaslight you and deny all knowledge, or they'll stand back and accuse you of being jealous and insecure. They might go for the aggressive route where they rage out at you, they threaten you, they intimidate you to shut you down, or the passive aggressive route where they become sarcastic with you and just claim, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were perfect, or they fall silent on you and refuse to communicate with you. They might come at you with the narcissistic word salad where they chop and change the conversation to suit themselves. A lot of these things come under the logical fallacies to excuse and justify their behaviour. So they might go around those circular arguments, they might appeal to your emotions, they might invalidate you, they might shift the blame over to you, they might shift the focus away from themselves and onto someone else. They might come at you with those sweeping generalizations, or they might just claim that everyone else is doing it or everyone agrees with them. If that doesn't work, they might hoover you. The term hoover is after the brand vacuum cleaner Hoover, because they're looking to suck you back into their games, to treat you like dirt, to discard you all over again. So they will come along and offer those false promises of change, going to counselling, false promises of the future, the love bombing, the idolisation, the excessive gifts to suck you back in. And then if you try to confront them and they can't find another way out of it, they're going to look to punish you. So they're going to discard you in some of the most horrific ways, where they can blame you and accuse you of being the jealous and the bitter and the obsessed one, so that they can gain sympathetic attention from their enablers and get away with their behaviour, all while trying to destroy you. So it's never wise to confront a narcissist. It's wise to recognise their patterns of behaviour, recognise their games, and step out of the arena.